Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I am here to share with you day 2 of Coffee with Candy Mother's Day edition. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to do some cutting and scoring with the paper trimmer, and I oftentimes don't use this fabulous tool when I'm on camera. That's just kind of me. I tend to not want to cut, score, die cut online too much, but today that is going to change because we're going to make something really, really fun, and I got to show you how to do it. Okay, so let's get all the ducks in a row here and make sure I'm in the right place at the right time. Oh yeah, there I am. Okay. See on the I look on the on the computer to make sure I'm in the right place. Okay, oh, I don't need that. I was stamping off there. That looks kind of unsightly. Okay. Okay, I got a lot of stamps out, and you will see why. We're going to do quite a bit of just simple stamping once we get to the end of all the, we got a lot of cutting and scoring to do first. So, okay, this is day 2 of Coffee with Candy Mother's Day series. So, each month I do a 5-day series, Monday through Friday, and we make seasonal projects. So what I mean by that is in January, we were working on Valentine's projects. February, we were working on Easter projects. February, we were doing, St. Patrick's Day. March, we were doing Easter projects. And that is still, I guess I still need to come up a little bit. Okay. I'm trying to not show my shirt in the camera. I'm trying to just get my, okay. It looks one way when I'm showing it here. There we go. Okay, so my goal is to give you lots of great ideas to celebrate the seasons of life. And yesterday, I shared a technique with you. So this is actually a technique, and it's called a mosaic card. And I did both of, I showed you this one online. I demonstrated this one. This was my pre-demonstration card. And so what happens on each of my Coffee with Candy series is I give you the inspiration sheets, tutorials, to my email subscribers for free. And I'm going to be sharing those throughout the week. Now, that's still not, sorry. Okay. This time I have a little ordering special, and oh, happy day. This has coincided with Stampin' Up! Doing a special. So let me just show you. When you place a $50 order through April 19th at my online store, which you can easily access at sweetstamper.com, you're going to get all 5 project kits, so 5 project kits from this week, plus this beautiful, beautiful package of Designer Series paper bloom impressions. I want to call this the Vera Bradley paper because that's what it reminds me of. Reminds me of Vera Bradley print. So beautiful florals on one side, and mostly, some of these are florals on the back. Some of them are like watercolor washes on the back side. So very, very versatile papers. You get the whole pack and the 5 project kits with your $50 order through April 19th. Well, Stampin' Up! Announced a promotion yesterday. So beginning tomorrow, which is April the 15th, beginning on tax day, 3 days, you get double points, or double rewards, I should say, when you place an order. So with that $50 order, you would typically be getting, it's 10%, so you would get $5 of Stampin' Rewards. Now you would get 10. And that's on top of the paper you're going to get and the project kit. So it's a sweet deal, just in time for what I'm doing. Okay, these were the Mother's Day cards yesterday. Today, we're going to do a really unique card that's also a little mini album. So let's get to cracking here. Clear my space a little bit. I featured this stamp set yesterday. I'm featuring it again today, Family Ties. Super simple. I think it's an $18 photopolymer stamp set. And then I'm also sharing this one. This is Memories in Bloom. Technically, or I guess originally, this was designed as part of a scrapbooking suite. It's actually on sale right now for, I think it's like $10. It's crazy cheap right now. So this is in our last chance list, and I love to highlight things like this. So mothers are a blessing. You are a gift on this day, always together, and then some really sweet images. Pair it with Family Ties, and you've got some great stamps for Mother's Day and beyond, because of course you've got Father's Day here, and then some of these others can go in a lot of directions. Okay, now, pardon my ring light. Let's see, let's go here. Okay, so we are going to start with a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper, and we are going to start with our scoring blade first, and we are going to begin by scoring. Sure, I've got all my numbers lined up here. Yep. Okay. So we are going to score first of all at 4. And your paper trimmer is just perfect for this. Make sure you're using the scoring blade, which is always the lighter color. And that helps. What helps me remember that is the lighter color has the lighter touch. Okay. So there, that is going to score for me. I hope it's scoring. And then I'm going to score at 8. Now I need to pull this out. Okay. So I'm scoring at 4. Yeah, it's scored. And at 8. Now, I am going to move these ink pads out of my way. Get to those in a few minutes. I do try to keep these Coffee with Candy episodes at 30 minutes. Today, we're probably going to be a little bit longer, but we'll see. So there's 4 by 8. Oh, let me show you what we're doing. So let me show you what it looks like. So this is your card. And let me show you. So this is the one that you're going to make with your free kit in the mail. So your belly band comes off, and then you open, and you have this very, very sweet little mini album. So you can put all kinds of notes in here. Of course, you can put photos in here. You can tuck little notes. You can tuck little gift cards in here, all the things. So this is what we are making. And a couple of things, I kind of started off before I gave you some instructions, other instructions too. So I do recommend that you use designer paper that has a all over pattern that's not directional, because I don't want some of my flowers being upside down, some of them being right side up. The other thing is I do recommend that the other side of your paper is rather plain, so that it doesn't compete with the other things that you are going to put on the inside. Okay, now this is my 8-inch. Yep, okay. So we have 4 and 8. Now I am going to rotate this once to the left, 90-degree turn, and I'm now going to score at 3.5. Again, I'm using my scoring blade. Make sure that you're on score, not cut. And then I'm going to score at 8 3/4. And then we're going to do some cutting to make our little mini album. You know, this you could adapt to a lot of different things, but this is perfect for Mother's Day. And I love that you can actually mail this. Now, I'm going, Okay, now I want to rotate the sheet back to my original. This is actually important because I didn't do that one time. Hey, Jackie, I'm glad you're here with me today. And it kind of messes it up. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over, and hopefully you can see that I have 3 squares at the top, 3 rectangles here, and then 3 squares at the bottom. So now I'm going to do a little bit of cutting. This first square, this upper left one here, I'm going to cut completely out. Now, let me just give you a couple of tips here as well. Although you can just line it up and cut, I want to cut down to the little intersection line. And for me personally, hey Marlene, I'm glad you're here. For me personally, I find it's easier just to look through here and see it. Having said that, that kind of depends on you actually having, yes, there we go. That means that you will have really cut, really scored so that you can see what you're doing. And I'm not sure if this lighting is going to help me too much, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to cut here, and I'm actually just cutting down to my score line here that's going across. And you can kind of see my original I did on the, on the scoreboard, and I do find that I do get a deeper score. For one thing, I'm usually a little bit nervous that I'm going to score too deeply when I'm using my trimmer. I feel like I'm walking through this with kind of feeling my way through. Yeah, okay. So now I'm just going to, yeah, there we go. We're going to trim like that. So now I have one square that has been trimmed out. I don't think that's really, it feels like it's not quite on the 4. Let me come back in here and see. I should have gotten these a little bit, oh, I know, this is on the, yeah, okay, we're gonna, this is where when I'm doing this on camera, it's a little bit disconcerting. Oh no, that's right, okay, we're good, we're good. I feel like I need to just score them again. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to, there we go. See, that's kind of showing me that I'm a little bit off there. I think if I just fold them a little bit, it's going to help me. And some of it will also depend on the pattern of the paper that you're using. Okay, that's going to be a little better, I think. Okay, now, so my upper square I have cut out completely. Now I'm going to do a couple of these wide slots. So this is where you really do need to see where your score line is. So I'm going to cut out that little, I'm going to cut that fold basically. And what I find is if you put the fold on either side of where you're going to cut, it will be right where you need it to be, because I want just like a wide slot. So there on that side of my score line, and then I'm going to bring it over here to this side of the score line, and then I am just going, see that? That's exactly what I want. What that's going to do is that's going to help my little album to come together really, really nicely. So I have one there. I'm going to do another one down here. So once again, let's just fold that so that we can see those score lines. Now again, if you have major score lines really heavy, you'll be able to see them better. And mine just did not come out very hard at all. So I'm kind of having to feel my way. There it is. I'm having to kind of feel my way. Okay. And let's just go ahead and get them all Get them all going so we can see them all. Okay. Now, so we have this nice big slot. We're going to do another slot down here. And all of that is going to help our little album to come together. Now, again, I'm going to have all of this for you in a PDF. And that is going to all of my email subscribers. So, yep, I got it just perfect. Now I'm going to go on the other side. And I find that this, this does need to be a fair width. You know, it's probably about 1/8 of an inch, maybe even 1/4. And if you just go on either side of the score line, you'll be right where you need to be. Let's just get rid of that little guy right there. Okay. So I think that all of the hard part is done. Almost. Now, one more. I'm going to cut this into a triangle, but I'm only going to cut it this. I'm going to cut, I'm going to have cut lines, but I'm not going to, I'm just going to slice it. And I'm going to slice it from here to here. Okay, so from corner to corner on that little guy right there. Okay. Now, we got almost into the corner. No, we got there. Yeah, okay. Now, let's put this aside. All of that part is done. So you can see that I've got this kind of funky looking piece. Now we're going to do a little bit of putting together. So you are going to want to use your green glue for this, and you're going to want to use it sparingly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to do a fairly good sized tear here. And depending on whether you do front or back will depend on how your tear looks. And I wanted that, I'll show you what I mean. I wanted there to be a little bit of white there. So I did it that way so that I'm making a little pocket. So here I'm going to put a very thin little piece of, or strip of green glue. Now, yeah, you have to use green glue, and you have to use it sparingly. So that is going to set like so. This, we're going to make 2 little pockets like so. And again, we're making a little Mother's Day album card. So here I'm going to put just a little bit of glue right here. This, I will tell you that when you create this little album, it weighs a little under 1 ounce. So if you didn't add anything to it, any photos or anything, you could mail it for a single stamp. If you're going to add some photos, gift cards, anything like that, you probably will want to put an extra ounce stamp on it. And that way, as long as it's still at 2 ounces, it'll be fine. Now, many of us are going to tuck something like this in with a gift. So if we're mailing it, we're going to, be putting a box together or whatever. So I've already figured I can make one of these for my daughter and my daughter-in-law. And this will be a really sweet little gift. Okay, now for this piece here, I'm just going to bring in my 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to bring it up right here so that it's equidistant on either side, and then right at about the center. And that is going to give me my last pocket, like so. Okay, so that means I need a little bit of green glue here and here, and that's it. So now it's ready for a little bit of decor, okay? Once again, this is day 2 of Coffee with Candy, and this is my Mother's Day series. Okay, now comes the fun part. Now, and again, I've got all of these measurements for you in the email. So that's going to go here. These are going to go here and here. Hopefully I can get too much glue spilling out. If you do, you can just trim down your little white pieces. No, I'm good. Okay. And then, now this one I'm going to glue down. These are just going to be pocket pieces. And then this is going to be slotted right in here, like so. And this piece is going to be slotted in like so. Now let's come back to this. Let me just show you what we're doing here. So if I fold it up like this, and then down, and then here, then it folds up ever so nicely. Now, I have a piece here for my belly band. And you could, and maybe we will on this one. On my original, I didn't decorate it. Maybe for this one, we will a little bit. So let's just take this stamp here. Because this stamp kind of, I think the artwork kind of coordinates with what we're doing here. So let's just take a couple of stamps, because this stamp set, again, I think it's on sale for like $10. It's crazy cheap. So here it is Memories in Bloom is what I'm using. Now, let's get one of these underneath, and let's just do a little bit of decorating on the belly band. I may hate it. It may be too busy because this paper's pretty big. Whoopsie. But let's just try it and see what we think. Now the center is going to be covered up with our arch. So let's do a little Secret Sea ink, and let's use this beautiful, beautiful flower. Let's move this. Okay, so we're going to go here, and we'll go here, and then we'll do one more over here, and then let's do I got a lot of stamps over here because there's a lot of stamps in this stamp set. And then we are going to stamp off, where's my scrap paper? I don't have any grid paper out, so let's just use this little notebook here. Okay, so let's just stamp off here. Yeah, and then we're gonna go like so. Oh yeah, that's pretty sweet. And then once again, we're gonna stamp off, and let's do it like so. I do think that these stamps are really great value and just a lot of fun. So I don't think that's too busy. So let's take this and we're going to wrap it like so. And we want to pull it fairly tight. Now I need to pull this over a little bit farther. And this is just, you know, this is an offcut from the little circles that I put, or not the circles, all the little rectangles that I put inside. And this is just the offcut. So it's literally like, you know, 11 inches by, I don't know, like an inch and a quarter, inch and a half, something like that. So this, I mean, I didn't trim it at all. It is literally an offcut. Come on, baby, there we go. I didn't want to have a glue bottle that was too heavy. Okay, like I said, we're gonna go over 30 minutes today because this is a little mini album card. Okay, now that's gonna go like so, and this is gonna go like so. And we are gonna put Mothers Are a Blessing. Oopsie, I already have the stamps out. Okay, where did it go? It's that, here we go. This is a very large stamp. So what's great about this stamp set is if you are a scrapbooker, it's actually designed for scrapbooking. So you have some really large greetings and some really great kind of background and accent pieces, but you also, it's really lovely for card making. So I think it just does double duty. So that is going to go like so. And we are going to add a little piece of ribbon, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do the insides. Now I have, with this paper, I can either go, I think I want to go with that because I think this is going to blend in too much. This ribbon is on sale right now as well. It's on our last chance list. So even though Secret C is remaining, we have another whole year with Secret C. This faux linen ribbon is on the last chance list, and it is also reduced in price. So again, we have double rewards beginning tomorrow, which is tax day, April the 15th, going through the 17th. And when you place your order of $50 or more, I'm going to send you the whole pack of paper and the bits and pieces you need to make all 5 of my project pieces for this week. Oh, I need to put this down. Okay, let's put, this is the one place I'm going to put dimensionals, and if I can find them. Let's see. Well, haha, right in front of me, of course. So what I recommend for this, I've made several of these, so I'm really in the groove on this, is just to put this directly here. And then, now again, like inside here, you could put seed packets, you could put gift cards, you can just put little memories. You could add a few little, you can add some photos, so many things that you can do. So that's going to be there. And this is going to be right here. And it's so, you could make it really fancy on the inside, but honestly, it's really great when you just do it with simplicity. And that way, whatever you're putting on the inside is going to really make it, kind of really personal and make it really shine. Now, I'm going to keep my embellishments super simple. We have a lot of color here, and I want just a little bit of shine. So I am going to take, well, I guess I'm just going to take this because it's what I could find. And we are just going to do a little row of rhinestones. I'm just going to do the big ones because this has big flowers. So we're just going to do big rhinestones, and I'm just going to do them in a row right here. And then I have this lovely, lovely album card. Now let's take care of the inside pieces. And again, all of my measurements and everything are going to be for my email subscribers. So here's my belly band. We're going to lift that. And now let's do a little on the inside. Okay. So now this one I'm going to affix. So let's go ahead and put Happy Mother's Day here. And that's where I can write my greeting. So let's do mothers first. With this particular Family Ties stamp set, I do find that you've got mixed fonts because I'm going to do the script here. And then I'm going to do print on either side. So I've got happy, like so. And I'm just using the one ink color. I pulled out my petal pink in case I wanted to use it, but I'm not sure that I will. And then Happy Mother's Day. And I will go ahead and stick this piece down. And then I'm going to decorate the other pieces just a little bit so that they are ready for me to add a little something, something to them. So, and if you're doing these for family members, come on. think this one's gone. What do you think? Let's see. Sometimes I can get some at the other end if it's, I think this one's actually gone. Okay. When you're doing them for, you know ahead of time who you're doing this for, which you obviously would, then you can kind of strategically decide what you're going to put in these little pockets. So for me, I know I'm going to put some pictures of my grandchildren here for my daughter and my daughter-in-law. So look at this. Isn't this a sweet greeting? You are a gift. So actually I'm going to put it right here so that I'm not worried about trying to center it. That's going to go right in there. Okay. And then over here, I'm going to use another stamp from this set. And I'm going to do this one because this is going to allow me to put the date on this day. So maybe, I'm going to put 2026 or whatever. So there, I've got that really nice spread there. And then I've got these two little pockets here. So maybe I'll just kind of change it up a little bit and try some of this petal pink to pick up, or I could do a little bit of old olive. Those are the three colors in this. But I think here I'm going to do a little bit of, let's just see. If I don't like it, I can always just, oh yeah, that's really sweet. I like that. It's really soft. Okay, so this little one here is going to slot right in here, like so. And it just kind of begs to be pulled out that way. And then I have this one. Can you see that right there? So now on this one, I think I'm actually just going to do the same thing. And so I have a lot of other images here, but I used those on the front, on the outside. So I think I will just do this here as well to just have that continuity of design. And that is done and dusted. Really special, really personalized. It's a little mini album card. And I think it's so, so cute. So once again, there it is open. We're going to close here and here and here and here. And then we're going to take this belly band and just slide it right here. And, I cut off this one little square. You could use that to decorate the inside if you wanted to. Of course, you have other paper. You could bring out, other paper, other stamps. But I kept this really, really simple to show you how quick and easy it is to put together. Now, I'm not sure I really like that, to be honest, the stamping on there. Let me go back and show you my original, because this is the one that you're going to get the pieces to make this one. So with your order, but through the 19th, if you do your order between tomorrow, the 15th, and 15th, 16th, or 17th, you'll get double rewards on top of my gifts. You're going to get this whole pack of 12 by 12 paper. And these are perfect for this because, as I said at the beginning, see, this is I did a plain belly band on this one. I decorated it here. Not sure I like that. Maybe a little piece of designer paper would have been okay. Honestly, I think the white, because there's so much floral here, actually kind of calms the eye. So my recommendation for this little album, if you want to create this at home, which I hope you do, is to have a pattern of paper that has, this one is directional. You see how the grass is directional? So I probably would not use it, even though it's not super directional. Like if this is upside down, you can hardly even tell, but that would bother me. But this piece here, you see how because you're creating all these flaps. You want the other side to be fairly plain. on so that you have that nice backdrop. With this paper that you're getting for free, this would also make a great one. So there's several pieces that you could make. And again, this is day 2 of Coffee with Candy. We made a really sweet little card album. And this is the one I demonstrated. This is the one that you're going to get everything for if you decide to place an order with me. And even if you are not placing an order, all of my email subscribers are going to get the instructions for this. So you're going to want to make sure you are subscribed to my email. And I will tell you as well, some of you are regulars here, but I do this once a month. I do 5 days in a row. You get the tutorials, and I make seasonal projects. So like next month, Coffee with Candy will be the Father's Day edition. This one is, of course, the Mother's Day edition. And although these are very much geared to mothers, these are florals. You could do, for these, you could do these for an aunt. You could do these for any of the women in your life that are moms. And if they're not moms, then you could you could make it into a happy birthday, or, celebrating you, or whatever. So let me know what you think. I'd love to know your favorite, if you're the purple or the blue. Having said that, I think they're both really, really pretty. And let me just show you before I love you and leave you. So these are the cards that we did yesterday. Again, we did a card using this paper because that's the free gift. And then I did this card, and these are peekaboo cards, and they feature the mosaic technique, mosaic tile technique. So that is it for today. Jackie, I'm really glad you like this. Super easy to do. It is all about getting the cutting and scoring right, and then you can just kind of go to town with the measurements. So you can see how I've already got a nice little set of projects going for you. If you're placing that $50 order in my online store, you do have to make sure that you're shopping with Candy Rattray. If you go to my blog, sweetstamper.com, you'll see a Shop Now button, and that will take you right to my online store. But you don't want to do it today. You want to wait until tomorrow. And again, I will list this in my PDF. This stamp set is on sale because it's on the last chance list. Well, I shouldn't say because. Many items on the last chance list are on sale. Many are not. I think this is $10. And I think that, hopefully I've inspired you that this is an incredible little stamp set. So Marie, I'm so glad you like my project. I'm really chuffed with this. The cutting and scoring was not my original idea. I learned this from a friend, a demonstrator friend, but I, of course, added my own twist. I actually kind of simplified it a little bit, made it a little bit more user-friendly, I think, because I get a little bit confused on some of the cutting and scoring. So I thought, let's just make this a little bit simpler. Okay, that is it for today. I will be back here at 2 o'clock tomorrow for another fun project. I think I have my projects figured out. I'm trying to decide what's going where. But because we did a card the first day and a card album the second day, I think tomorrow we're probably going to make a box and a cute little gift box. So thanks again for tuning in. Make sure you come back at 2 o'clock tomorrow if you're watching the replay on Facebook or on YouTube. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, a subscribe, a heart, all the good things. They really make a difference for me. I really appreciate your support. And don't forget to subscribe to my emails at sweetstamper.com. Thanks again. Take care and God bless.